It's 5:30. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Shelley.
Randy?
Here.
Cindy? Here. Dave?
Here.
Dennis? Frank?
Here.
Nancy? Here. Sue? Here.
Previous minutes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of March 2nd, 2015, as indicated in the correct.
Support.
Yeah, but that's what the motion is.
Any more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. I haven't changed. Sorry, I guess I misunderstood that. Page 8, item number 4. Item number 4, Comcast. I did all off. So where are we at? Your bills.
No, that's good.
All right. I have to apologize. I've been a little bit under the weather. I was in the hospital last week. I hadn't intended on being here tonight, but I'm feeling a little better. I just thought it would be important if I was here. So I'm a little bit not quite up to verse, so please excuse me. Okay, bills. We have bills in the amount of $23,185.24.
I make a motion to pay the bills of $23,185.24.
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Shelley.
Cindy?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Sue? Yes. Nancy?
Yes.
Randy?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Treasurer's report.
Year over year, the general fund is at $1,759,576.42. That's up $110,260.68. The building inspection fund is at in the whole of $11,054.83. That's down $12,269.83. Medical retirement benefit fund is at $149,732.12. That's up $11,030.59. The senior center fund is in the arrears of $24,952.97. It's actually up $192,269.95. Community development fund is zero. Still, it is maintaining that. The sewer fund is at $767,097.67. That's up $170,666.50. The water fund is at $702,470.19. That's up $51,262.11. The sanitation fund is at $530,172.01. That's up $50,514.72. The capital projects fund is at $15,251. That's up $10,062. Grand total is $3,868,043.12. Year over year, that's up $583,740.04.
Any questions? Building report. Well, our building department's not here. Total construction for the month is $84,900. Monthly construction comparison. Total fees 2015 was $880. Total fees 2014 was $1,560. Yearly cumulative totals, 2015 was $177,150. 2014 was $313,650. Fees to date 2015 were $1,720. Fees to date for 2014 were $2,600. Vienna Township, if you look at it, we were $4,952 in 2015, $4,361.14. Permits to date, 10,357 for 15, 11,184 for 14. Forest Township, 2015 was 340, 2014 was 820. Total permits year to date, electrical, mechanical, plumbing, $1,081 for 15 and $900 for 14. Thetford permits year to date, I'll just skip right over year to date. 2015 they had 2,314. 14 they had 3,568. City of Clio, total permits year to date, $755 for this year. We don't have a comparison for last year, and that's pretty much our building report. Library report.
Okay.
Sue?
For February, it was a very slow month. There has been new window shades installed in the library on the ground floor on the east side of the building. And also, we had some new bookends installed in the children's room, and this is all thanks to the Friends of the Library. And right now, we're working on, there's progress on lighting up the sign in front of the library, and that should be done probably within the month. And that's all.
I just want to bring up one point, and I talked to Sue about it. There's an issue about a county in the township that has been doing that. Sue's going to go back to the library board and discuss that. There was just some issue about, we've been doing it in the past. I just want to clarify what that is, and make sure they understand what the ramifications are, not only from us not doing it, but the monetary ramifications as well. So just to let the board know. And Sue and I are working on it.
Next item is Senior Center report.
Hello.
Hi.
Working on 2015 goals. We're working on bringing the Senior Center database current. We're going to increase the sign-ins to reflect the actual number of people that are walking through the door. Right now, we're still falling a bit short on that. I would say maybe 1 out of every 3 people are signing in. So we are diligently working on that so that our numbers actually reflect what actually is coming through our door. We're also working to increase the number of people who walk through the door. New, unduplicated clients. We need more people over the age of 60 who live in Genesee County to come in, stop by once a year, sign in, say hi, get your taxes done, something of that sort. That always helps. We're working on bringing the record keeping and standards to the the level or above the level that the county expects when our contract changes. So we're putting in some new standards and some new policies for the business aspect in the offices and the money and all of that stuff. We're also working to improve community relations and therefore improve the community's perception of the senior center. This Friday, we've got the Blue River Band will be there. We've got discounted tickets available. They're $3 if you get them in advance. They're $4 at the door. Concessions will be available, and that is at 5 o'clock. Hope to see you all there.
May I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any way that we could put a monitor at the front door and it would count everyone that walks in? The library does that. We get a lot more accurate count now. Everyone that walks in is counted. It's like
That's a good idea, but unless they're signing in at the computer screen, it doesn't count. The county,
so you have to have them sign in here regardless of the count.
right, yep,
Are you sure about that?
yep. Yeah, and if we manually enter, there's a couple of senior centers that did get in trouble for manually entering people, claiming that they didn't have their cards, so that's frowned upon, so.
So we can't do it.
Yep, physical people walking in, scanning their little card and saying, I'm here.
Thank you. Any questions?
Thanks, Randy.
Next item on the agenda is Fire Authority report.
Heard Cindy, I was not there.
The Fire Authority report this month, there's still some talk on finding funds for a new vehicle to replace a tanker that we have. Tanker 17 is the one that's been in question. Up to this point, it's been doing okay, but they've noticed that the roads are starting to heave a little bit, and we're getting a little bit of, pothole damage. That the vehicle is actually starting to show a little bit more damage, and so they're instructing their firefighters to drive that vehicle slower down the roads. The other item that was voted on is a software program that's called I Am Responding. And basically what it is each of the firefighters, you might have to help me fill in on this, Dave, a little bit. Each of the firefighters, when there's a call that goes out, this software will be able to tell who's responded to the fires, who's at the station, if there's anybody else needed. It's quite an effective tool that there's several fire agencies that are now utilizing this, and the firefighters here with our fire authority watched a webinar on it, and they're all very, very excited. So the fire authority approved a 1-year trial for this software to see how it works and everything like it. Other than that, there's a whole lot.
Any questions or comments? Next item is EDA report.
We had some interesting, I do have to say I did not stay for the whole meeting. I was there until 6:30 in the evening and I had to leave. We had one of our new members show up, the other one has not presented himself yet. At the same time, our chairman stepped down. So we are in need of another person on the BDA at this point, who needs to be in the BDA district in order to keep our balance. That was about it.
Any questions or comments?
How many board members are sitting now? 8.
Okay.
And
We're supposed to have 9. 5 of which must have a business in the BDA, in the district.
Is that what we're looking for, is one with the business?
Or residents.
Or residents, excuse me, in the BDA,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah, they have to own property.
Okay.
Next item is supervisor's report. The only thing I can tell you, I've been working with the county on our signs for the road restrictions. It's taken me about 6 weeks to get a hold of this one company that's giving me a bid. And like I showed Cindy today, I've got an issue with my computer because I have sent them the mandates of what it requires. I had to get clarification through the county. It's got to be a 2-foot by 4-foot sign. And I've got all that sent to them, but I'm 10 days behind on my computer for some reason or another. So hopefully it'll update and I'll have some numbers from that company as well, because I want to get these put in as soon as possible. We've got a quote from the county. It's about $10,000. But we thought we would try a side contractor. This is somebody that Cindy has worked with through the county, through
County and MTA.
MTA. So we thought, well, if we could save a few dollars. So it took a little bit to get all the clarification from the county, because they're not real forthcoming on giving me all the information, because they just soon do it themselves and they're not happy about it to begin with. But I got it nailed down, I've got it sent to them, and I'm waiting for a response. And like I say, for some reason my computer's about 10 days behind. But as soon as I get a report on that, I'll have some numbers to you. Hopefully we can get those installed as soon as possible, because obviously we need them. I talked to MTerra today and made a request that they keep their vehicles off the side of the road because of frost laws. And they were more than willing to comply with that. Other than that, I can't think of there was one other thing. Like I say, I came a little unprepared. But if I think about it later, I'll just have to add it. But next thing is...
I have a question, Randy. On the signage thing,
Yeah.
maybe if you could get a hold of them and have them send that email, if it's quote email, to either Cindy or I, maybe we can get that in here.
Yeah.
If that's what the issue is, if you can get a hold of them, just have them forward it to one of us.
Right now, and I showed it to Cindy tonight, my email's 10 days behind for some reason. I don't know why. For some reason, my computer is, and I'm going to have to get IT in here to work on that. But in the meantime, yeah, you're right. I'll give the guy a call tomorrow and see if we can get him to send it to another address and get moving on it, because I'd like to get them up as soon as possible.
You know, and additionally, maybe what I can do is get the name of the individual that I dealt with, because he was very good about getting back with me, so that might be, you know, maybe the individual you're dealing with is, I don't know, maybe he's out in the field quite a bit or what, but I can get another name anyways, I can try that too, so I think that's how it is.
I'll make it a point, you and I can talk about it tomorrow, and I'll show you who I contacted. And like I said, obviously I've got my computer's backlogged by 10 days for some reason.
We don't have a detailed specification from the county yet as to what that quote 10K was worth, or was going to include. Remembering the January 14th meeting we had with MDOT, basically a buyer beware conversation. And he stated that he could not make those signs as we described them for the cost that the county offered them to us.
Right.
So we need to know in detail what we did, so we can use that data to get comparable bids from others.
And I did do that. I talked to that company, explained to them what it was.
We haven't got the specs from the county yet to get comparables from third-party vendors and what ramifications that's going to cause us downstream when those signs have to be replaced, etc.
You got a point. They're the same style type sign, but as far as the luminosity, I think that's the right word. That part I did not get specifics on. This is a company that deals with the county, and they told me they would meet up with their specs. And if we accept the contract, then they deal with the county over it.
Well, I would like to see the written specifications from the county first,
Okay.
because they own the roads, they own the responsibility for signage, and then we go from there.
All right.
That's the way I like to see it. If there's anybody else that different ideas.
No, there's no reason why we shouldn't be as thorough as possible.
Why don't we just get specs from MDOT? They'd probably be a lot easier to
It
get
isn't through
information
MDOT.
from. Excuse me?
It isn't through that.
I know, but the specifications for signage on Michigan roads, I think, would be higher than the county and/or supersede the county, so the county's not going to give us the information, let's just get the MDOT.
The county MDOT has no responsibilities for signage because where the truck route is.
I understand that, I'm talking about the specs for the signs.
That's all through the county. And that's just,
No,
that's the county.
the
The
county
county
works
is
to
the one
state
that approves it.
standards.
Pardon me?
The county works to state standards. The sign we need for truck route in the state catalog is an R41. Size and what has to be on it.
All I know is I had to do some clarification. It's a 2-foot by 4-foot sign, and the luminosity, I don't remember exactly what it was.
He recommended that luminosity is how much light it reflects at night. There's a 4, 9, 11 he recommended the new standard is.
Well, I'll have that clarified by our next meeting, and maybe we get these things installed, because I think it's imperative we get it done soon.
We talked about this in December.
And you know how much I've been bouncing back
I
and forth
understand.
between the state
My state.
and the county.
That in December, our desire was to get them in when the frost laws, by the time the frost laws are lifted, a few weeks, a month, whatever it's going to be. And we're not there yet.
I understand. And it's not like me trying. Additions or changes to the agenda, remove contract, item number 2, unfinished business. And then add signage number 3, new business. Correspondence?
The only correspondence we received in the last board meeting, I was asked by a board member as far as the township would be responsible for obtaining counsel for the supervisor for the upcoming hearing. And we received a letter from Pete Dorr. The township, in this particular case, is not responsible for obtaining and paying for an attorney for this hearing. They also made a call to Michigan Township Association, and they concurred with our township attorneys.
I had a letter that was in response from the attorney that I spoke with, and I thought I had it here. Like I say, I'm a little bit unprepared, but it's neither here nor there, because obviously, one way or another, I'm going to have representation, whether I pay for it or the township. And if it's determined that the township needs to pay for it, then they'll just sue the township for expenses. So I guess we'll just leave it at that. Public comment. Please state your name, address, and limit your comment to 3 minutes if you would, please. No public comment. Unfinished business. 2015 Election Commission appointments.
If I may, Mr. Supervisor, because of the upcoming May special election that the state has put forth, we need to elect, or appoint, I should say, appoint our election commission. And through some of the training that myself and our deputy have taken, there was some misunderstandings. Because the term township board and township trustees is used, they're intermixed. I mean, we were told that it had to be, the election commission was to be made up of the township clerk and 2 trustees. Well, because the 2 terms are intermixed, we tried to get clarification on what is a trustee? Or is it the trustees like we have designated as trustees here, or is it the entire board? Because before we had our treasurer, myself, and Dennis Fuller. Not getting a very clear answer from MTA. So we're going to play it on the safe side. And we would like to appoint myself as the clerk. And the 2 trustees that we would like to appoint would be Dennis Fuller and Sue Thomas. Until we can get some clarification, but that just kind of keeps us on the safe side. They're both trustees and board members. So I'd like to, I don't know if I can make a motion, but I'm going to make a motion that the 2015 election commission appointments be made up of the clerk, trustee Dennis Fuller, and trustee Sue Thomas.
Do I have a second?
I'll support that.
Okay, any discussion? I will say my understanding of what a trustee is, all 7 of us board members, we are trustees. I don't think it makes a difference one way or another, but you're right, it's better to be on the safe
Well,
side.
and if we were to get audited again, like we were in November, and found that their interpretation of a trustee is not a board member, it needs to be an actual trustee, we would be found deficient in that area, so this is just playing it on the safe side.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying, and I really don't. I'm just making the statement that truly, when it comes right down to it, all 7 of us board members are trustees. And then myself being supervisor, I'm still a trustee, and I'm still in that capacity, just as well as any other trustee. But I don't have a problem with the appointments you've made, and if there's no other further discussion, I guess we'll have a roll call on that. I think that's proper.
Dave?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Randy?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Number 2 item is assessor employment contract. I'm sorry, we are, okay. New business CDBG money, authorized signature, resolution number 03161504.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 03-16-14-04.
Support.
Development for these teachers.
We have support, any discussion? So I'm assuming everything that we requested, they're okay with, and they're,
Well, no, what this is, Randy, is signifying or designating 4 people that can be signers to accept funds through this program.
Okay. Any other discussions? All those in favor signify by saying aye. No, roll call. I'm sorry, roll call.
Nancy,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes?
Dave,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
motion carried.
The Freedom for Veterans, the Freedom for Veterans Run, resolution number 03161505.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 03-16-15-05, Freedom for Veterans Run.
Any discussion? Any, second, excuse me.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion?
Yes, I have one. On the
If there-
first,
if there is, I believe, Jackie.
I'm right here.
Jackie, I'm
Yes.
sorry, there were 2 women in the audience and I wasn't sure, but I apologize. Jackie Tinnen, that is working with this, is here and answering the questions.
well, it's on the resolution itself, where it says it's going to be held on Saturday, March 16th, 2015 at 9. But on the advertisement, it says the race is going to happen on Saturday, May 23rd, 2015 at 9. So it's like, I'm not sure when the race is going to be.
It is Saturday, May 23rd
Okay, so
at 9 a.m.
so there should be a correction on the resolution then. That's all.
Would you like to make a correction to your motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 03-16-15-05, Freedom for Veterans Run, with the correction on the date to May 23rd, 2015.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
No.
Roll call, I'm sorry.
Frank,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, public comment? No? I'm sorry, you're right. Right, like I say, I apologize. I was in the hospital. Okay, this memo is provided to request Supervisor Taylor by a township board motion to authorize trustee from you to obtain more information from the GCRC Traffic Engineering Department regarding specifications of what is proposed for the Vienna Township TRO signage based on the cost quote received some time ago from the GCRC to include but not limited to the following. Well, I think we kind of discussed that, so I don't know where to go from here. I've followed up on it. Sure.
It goes back, yes, you're right. It goes back to the conversation we had a few moments ago. Normally when we do things like this, we get specifications. And I'm not sure that we need to have a 2 by 4 foot sign, things of that nature. We can scale that down perhaps to some smaller signage. Number of stakes, type of mylar reflective, all that kind of thing. That way we get them specs from the county, and then we can go out to third parties and say, here's what the county offers. Can you match the price and all the details? And I'd like to start kicking the can down the street a little bit further. So
Well, and that's, Frank, I got to tell you, that's part of why it's taken so long, because I've been kicking the can down the street, and they're telling me they have to be a 2 foot by 4 foot. And we're pretty much at their mercy, because obviously you know as well as I do that they really don't want us to put these up. So I'm going along with what they're telling me we have to have.
we've been trying to get these signs spec'd out for over a year. It's going on 10 months. So we got to do a little further. We passed that ordinance last summer in June or July, and we're no farther now getting signs than we were back then. I understand that we're not the favorite township with the county now, but they have to get over it.
And I understand that, but like I say, I've researched it and I know what the county is expecting. And that's why I went to another company to get bids,
I understand.
because I nailed the county down to what they expected. And now I've got another company that's giving us bids, and for some reason my email hasn't come through, because I did this 2 weeks ago. And like you said, I'll have to have it sent to Cindy or Dave, or even to you, I don't care who, so we can get the job done. The county's at about $10,000, and you know as well as I do that Ponce from the state said that that was a really good deal. But we thought we might want to check someone else.
But he also gave us some points, and those points are called out in the letter I wrote. Type of Mylar, the backer board, size. He said that they don't need to be that big. What happened? 1 stake or 2 stakes. If you put a, and I think I heard it from you that the county was offering to put a 2x4 sign on 1 stake. And that's going to metal fatigue in no time blowing in the wind. The county wants to look at this right. They're going to be at the head of every road off the truck route. Every time you turn off the truck route, there's going to be this sign. And if they do 2 stakes, so when they put the frost laws up, they can attach their sign, their frost law restriction sign, right to one of these stakes. There's some benefits in the county to do this right. I think if we put the signs up on 1 stake, being that big, it's going to blow around like a kite. He said, and that's what I put in here in the letter. One of the options is, what is a minimum size sign we can put up and still follow the rules of the 807?
And I've already addressed that.
Okay.
Because I requested, because at one part of their paperwork suggested a 2 foot by 3 foot. And Bonnie Wood said, no, it has to be 2 foot by 4 foot. And they requested it be on 1 pole. You've seen that just as well
I
as I
haven't
do.
seen anything other than the proposed material.
Yeah, well, when you got 40 signs and you got 40 poles, that pretty much tells you there's 1 pole per sign. And we're kind of held hostage by the county because no matter what we do, they have to accept it. And so I'm just going by what their standards are.
I think we should get the specs from the county and then go out to third parties and bid it like we do anything else.
All right, I can get a lot deeper on what the specs are.
Well, it should, in the letter, there's a table. You send it to an electronic file, they can fill in the right-hand side on their response. Okay, it's very simple.
All right.
Okay. That's all I have.
Public comment? Board comment? Ms. Sue?
I don't have, wasn't we going to discuss,
Pardon me?
wasn't we supposed to discuss Brad's,
No, that's been tabled.
oh,
And I'm sorry, that's because I was in the hospital and it didn't happen.
all right, no, I have nothing else to say.
Okay, Nancy?
We're not going to be doing anything with this. We're going to take care of that.
Well, there's no direction, we just discussed it. It's
Just want to make
piece of
sure.
paper, if we don't take a motion or something to.
No, I have nothing to add.
David?
I have nothing.
Neither do I. Cindy? Frank? Okay, call for adjournment. And our next meeting will be April 6th at 5:30. I appreciate everybody coming.